Hi everyone, welcome back. In Trailhead again, going to do a module to try to get another badge. SOQL for admins is the module name, and it says it'll take 1 hour and 20 minutes. We can probably get through that faster. What I'm going to do is go through each of these 5 and do my best to, number one, get through it faster, but also explain as best I can what we're actually learning. Some of these will probably have a test, but I think most of them will have the hands-on. So if there's a test, I'll explain the answers, and if there's a hands-on, I'll explain the code that we write. So let's jump into it. First one is get started with SOQL queries. Okay, and looks like it's showing us how to actually use queries or how to use SOQL. And it looks like here Salesforce Object Query Language is also known as SOQL. So when you see those letters together, you'll know, it'll sound like you know what you're talking about if you say SOQL. So make sure you do that if you ever see those letters together in the Salesforce world. That's SOQL. And it's going to also show us, looks like how to construct a SOQL query. So use select, then the fields, then from. These are clauses. And it even shows that down here. Perfect. So these are the required clauses, the select clause. So select, then the fields, and then from, and then the object. And this is good. It'll show us even how to use the developer console for this. Anybody that is familiar with coming from maybe the SQL world, if you use SQL Server, Oracle, MySQL, something like that, you might have some tool that you use. I use SQL Server, and I use SQL Server Management Studio, so you can actually run queries there. Developer Console has something kind of similar, nowhere near as feature rich. You can actually go to the Developer Console, click Open, pick your object. Select objects, then pick the object, then make sure you click on the query editor down below. You can type in your query. You can also click on the fields, click the actual field names, and it doesn't actually show it here, but you can pick the field names and it'll actually help you build a query on your own if you're not comfortable with just typing it in. Next, okay, this is really good. Clauses. So if you're just writing a query, let's come all the way back up. If you're just writing this query, select name, email from contact, it'll bring back all your contacts. That's not always the most useful query, but you can use optional clauses. So you can use like a where clause. So bring back just the contacts that have the first name Stella. Good. You can also use logic, filter logic. So you can use and, or, in, very, very useful. You can pass in a list of, in this case, a list of strings to filter out the name, last name, and then in this case, only have these, only bring back records that have these 4 names. Limit, also a very good feature. If you want to limit the results that come back, you can limit it to a number by using the limit clause. Order by, I don't use this one too often, but it's in there. Order by, you can order by a field, either ascending or descending, and I never use this one. Nulls, first, last. I don't know of a use case for that. Didn't even know that was there. Very cool. I guess I'll have to look up and see why I would use that. So you can sort them by, it looks like nulls first or nulls last. Okay. And okay, that's it. So and this is a quiz. Okay. So quiz here. Which 2 clauses are required in a SOQL query? That was literally up there. Select and from. So we need to select the fields from an object. Okay. And then which query returns results for one specific account name? Which query returns? Don't quite understand that question. All right. Does say account. These all look okay. This one is not it. We can eliminate that. This one's pulling from contact, so it's not D. Which query returns results for one? So it's going to return one for one specific account name. Part of test taking is understanding the question, and I don't quite grasp the question. Select ID, name. Now it does say specific account name, so this limit, even though this will return one, it's not a specific one, so I think we can get rid of C as well. I think we're at A and B. Which query returns results? It does say results, so it doesn't mean it has to be one. I'm guessing maybe that is still plural, so results from one specific account name. This will give us one record, but it's not the account name. So here it says for one specific account name. This would be for one specific ID. This would return a record, one record that had this ID, but this would return results plural for one specific account name. So I think this one is it. In my hang up earlier, and I'm making sure I get this right, or at least explain why I'm picking the wrong answer. This is one specific account, Acme. It will potentially return multiple though, because the account field isn't unique. There can be two or more Acme INC accounts in there. So I think this is it. This will return one result, but this will return multiple. Both of these are written syntactically correct, but this one will return multiple results, but for one specific account name. So that's my choice. All right, let's see how we did. Whew, okay. A little nervous there, but we got it.